Robert De Niro and Michelle Pfeiffer. Their new film, The Family, is in theaters today. And of course, you've heard of Meet the Parents, another movie I loved of yours. Well, now we're going to meet the kids, and these apples did not fall far from the tree. Take a look.
How was your morning?
Busy.
Let's talk about the complaints I have received.
Complaints?
Theft,
What do you got for me?
bribery,
Your math homework?
corruption.
We share the cigarette market 50-50. I want to see my lawyer. What about you?
Some girl took my pink pencil case.
Find out who did it?
Took a while, but eventually I found it.
You're a maniac.
Thank you.
Please welcome Dianna Agron and John DeLeo.
El mambo, mambo italiano, el mambo italiano, go, go, go. You mixed up Siciliano, all you Calabrese do the mambo like a crazy with a el mambo. Don't want to turn
Hi, John. Nice to meet you. Thank you so much for coming. Well, first of all, hi. So great to have you both. And you must have been pretty jazzed when you got these parts, right? What was it like when you found out, Dianna, that you were going to be working with these two?
After a month and a half of torture, I was finally really relieved. Yeah, it was the best.
Yeah, and what about you, John? I know, because this is your first, I know you've done acting before, but this is your first, and you have a big part in this, by the way, right?
Yeah.
It's not just a little role.
Yeah.
What was it like for you?
It was amazing. After a couple weeks of auditioning and meeting with Bob in his office, and it all came full circle in the end, and I had a great experience.
So what would, tell me what you observed in these two, and again, we're acting like they're not here. Okay. So when watching Michelle Pfeiffer and Robert De Niro do their thing, as a young actor, what did you glean from that?
How professional they are. They're absolutely amazing, and as soon as the camera rolls, that's it. Nothing else matters. And it really hit me when we were at the dinner table or breakfast and we were all working together. That was really the pinch me moment and everything, and it felt like a family.
Yeah, that must have been fun. And what about you, Dianna? You know, you've done, Dianna, of course, is in Glee, and you've done films, obviously, as well. But to be able to work with people of their stature, what was that like?
Right. Well, I think, especially when you're on a location film, you just, if you get along, it's ideal situation because you're not going home to your daily of the pipes broken at my house or this or that or, you know, the neighbor, the trash can, anything. So we were all in Normandy getting to work with these two.
And you all were living, weren't you living in the same complex or whatever,
very close
the director's
quarters,
house
yeah.
or whatever?
Which isn't the normal house. It's this beautiful chateau with these cottages everywhere. You feel like birds are going to come and braid your hair in the morning. It's amazing.
Actually, my cottage was called the Snow White Cottage.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It's true.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So did you guys get to hang out together when you weren't working? Did you, like, see Bob raiding the refrigerator at night in his pajamas or anything?
He had his own quarters. We let him have his privacy. But, you know, there was a restaurant, and there was horses, there was forest, there was mating deer towards the winter, which was an experience.
I was going to say mating deer.
Not what you think it sounds like.
No? Well, what, can you imitate the sound? 'Cause
No.
I'm interested now.
It's like the loudest. Oh, he got it.
Like dying donkeys.
Dying donkeys.
Yeah.
That's pretty sexy. Now, John, I know that your folks, Jenna and Chuck, are here, and you guys were incredibly excited that John landed this role because you're big fans of Michelle and Bob's, right? What was it like when you heard about this?
It was great. It was, you know, it was really surreal. It was a dream of ours for him to do this, and it's his dream. So to see it was just amazing, and even just to even be here, Katie, meeting you, seeing my son up here with Dianna, Michelle, Bob, and they're as beautiful as they are physically. They're all three of them are just as beautiful inside. They're three wonderful people. They really are. Really good people.
And Chuck, you ended up actually, you know, obviously you were with John, but you ended up having a part in the movie. Is that right, Chuck?
Yeah, well, for some reason, the director thought I looked Italian, so he wanted to put me in.
Was that fun?
It was fun. Yeah, it was great. And the highlight was Michelle mentioned my name in the movie.
Really?
Yeah, that was great.
That's funny. And you obviously, you've got these two playing your great kids, but I just have to ask you quickly about your kids. Bob, so you have children, you have how many? 6, right?
6 children.
Ranging from, get this, 48 at the upside.
Oh, no, not that old.
Okay, sorry. What's the oldest child?
40s, mid to lower 40s.
Two.
My daughter, and then my youngest
Your youngest is?
about 21 months.
21 months. Helen Grace. And I'm sorry, I mean, really, how do you have the energy? I'm exhausted thinking about it, even though I did see a picture of her, and she is precious.
Thank you.
Beautiful little girl. But is that exhausting?
Yeah, it's, it's what it is. We have help, people with us in the family. So
Yeah.
Not like I'm with her all the time, and she's got a tremendous amount of energy. So, but it's great. She's adorable.
Keeping you young.
Yeah.
And Michelle, we were talking during the commercial, you're 19 and 20-year-old. Your daughter's 20 and your son's 19, is that right? And you're going to be an empty nester soon.
Yeah, tomorrow I'm heading off to drop off my youngest, and I'll be an empty nester.
And how are you feeling about that? Because I'm not far behind you. My daughter's going to be a senior this year, and I'm a little freaked out about it.
I'm kind of panicked.
Really?
Yeah, I had to drop a friend of mine off at the airport a few days ago, and for some reason there were all of these parents dropping their sons off, and you could tell they were all going to college, and I just felt my heart just kind of drop. So, I mean, I imagine I'll adjust, but I don't know. It's definitely going to be different.
Right. And Dianna, before we go, it's a sad note, but I wanted to ask you, because I had a guest appearance on Glee, and of course everyone was so sad about Corey Monteith. Yeah. And I'm just curious how you're doing having something like that happen, and how the other people involved in the show are doing.
Yeah. It just, it's one of those things that still doesn't seem real. And you just take out a new lease on life, and you realize that he's smiling down on us, and we all have nothing but the truth, which is he was one of the most amazing people that I've ever met. Generous, loving, kind, and that's how he'll always be remembered. So, and
Well, I'm so happy. First of all, thank you all so much for coming. Good luck with the family. Good luck with everything. So nice to see you all. And by the way, The Family is out in theaters today. Up next, the amazing Valerie Harper. That's right after this.